Okay, Reggie, did you see that Mob James is doing a series of interviews on Vlad? And one of them, I know that he's done a series, a bunch of them that you may want to speak on, but one of them in particular that I wanted to ask you about was where he said that he thinks Suge could cooperate in the Tupac murder if Keefe D were to pass away.
You know, gang members, I ain't gonna say gangsters because I tell y'all, gangsters in all walks of life. But that seemed to be a common theme from gang members. I'll just say two that's big on YouTube that have both said that. Mob James, who I believe is a gang member and a gangster in his prime during his younger days. I believe he's a man now, uh, trying to be a family man and a good person. But uh, Big U also did a segment on Vlad a few years ago, where he said where he was getting on Keefe D for snitching, and then once Vlad brought up, and I'll play it, have John play it. I know Vlad love us.
He was given a deal, and this
Keefe
was
D was?
yeah, Keefe
Oh,
D.
so he snitched. No, I don't want to hear shit.
Yeah. So the deal essentially was they had caught him with a bunch of PCP, and they allowed him to say what he knew about Tupac's murder in exchange for them dropping all those charges. And the way the deal was set up, whatever he said, as long as it wasn't proven to be false, it couldn't be used against him directly to indict him. And at the time, essentially everyone outside of him was dead. That was in that car.
Oh,
Orlando was already dead at the time.
oh.
Everyone else in the
So he
car,
told him a dead man.
essentially.
Oh, different.
So did y'all hear Big View said it as well, where he said it's not snitchy if the person dead. So I guess gang members look at it at that way, or believe once everyone's dead. I think James and Vlad and everybody didn't understand or remember that Big Dre was still alive when, I mean, he was dead as well. It was T-Bone that was still alive when they gave those statements. So it was also uh, implicating Terrence T. Brown because he was still alive. But I think everybody believed that all three, other than Keefe, was dead at the time, when that's not actual or factually true. So I will have to acquiesce to people like Kev Max Show or Melly Mel Show, or the next time we do a podcast with James. I would love for Gangster to chime in. People like that I know are very reputable in Compton, the LA area. I mean, I know there's gangsters and gang members in other areas other than L, to their feelings and their thoughts on when someone's dead and you tell on them, is that still considered snitching? Uh, and we use that word snitching too loosely now, where it don't really mean shit anymore anyway, in my opinion. I'm one that believe you only snitching when you're telling on a crimey. Somebody that you get in the car with, go and do something with, and then to get your sentence lighter, you go and cooperate and tell. That's one of the only reasons that I consider snitching. I believe if you walking down, if you're definitely if you're a civilian, uh, yeah, do whatever you got to do. But to me, snitching is only when you tell on your own crimies, somebody that you conspiring with. I know y'all that ain't never been bust a grape in your life have different meanings of the word snitching and all of that. I can read your comments already, but crimies, yet people that's you're not involved in a crime with, no. But I can't answer. I can't honestly give a correct statement right now. Is that snitching when you tell a story on a crimey when the crimey is dead to lighten your sentence? Because the obvious thing would be, if that's your homeboy, if that's your boy, y'all did something, murked someone, took someone's life, and y'all got away with it, and you could not go and spend the rest of your life in prison by telling on me, who the law can't, only God can judge me. Only, you remember when Pac said that? If that's the only way you can be judged, then have at it. So I really believe that's what James was saying when he was saying Suge would tell, but Suge wasn't Keefe D crimey. And so I would have a problem with that. My whole take on the whole thing is, I know y'all say you was a cop, you this, you that. My thing is, you do one or two things. And anybody, y'all can ask Swoop G, I ain't gonna start naming names, but there's so many situations where Reg's situation was, I'll say it, the Outlaws, we can handle it this way, or we can handle it this way. How you want to handle it? Because they were neither crimies in those situations. They were either witnesses or victims. But that's Reg's way of thinking. I would want to hear some gangsters chime in on it and their opinion on what Big U, who's someone I kind of like, or James, who y'all know I love, their reasoning, and will expound or explain that. So that would be my take on that. But other than that, other than James getting back at Suge Knight for his James Williams and his Tupac knocking him out lies, because they lies, or statements, I'll say statements, I'll be nice. Then I love what James is saying and doing over there. Vlad, shout out to Vlad. I love that you looked out for my boy James and let him tell his story again. So it'll show my partner, John, and that James still has that value on, and not only John, Gangsta Chronicles and everybody. Mainly Gangsta Chronicles, who dropped the ball, because James still over there getting his 80 to 100,000 views an episode. Well, Gangsta Chronicles, you're lucky if you get 3. Yep.